positioning himself so that run could go right off of his backside and deep into the secondary.
On first, they go right back to Howard. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
On first down, they run with Howard. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
I know this may be jumping the gun a little bit, but 7-7, they're flinging it around like crazy. Look at the drive that's going on here. Partner, we may have to start thinking about one of these defenses just holding someone to a field goal and maybe trying to get an advantage that way.
And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. That seemed to be a run-pass option, but when you're going downfield like that, was it designed to be that way?
It certainly was, because what you're trying to do is draw people up with the fake inside, and hopefully people can run past them downfield. But in any event, I like the aggressiveness taking the shot.
Again, Herbert. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. The Mississippi State man, Chris Jones, with a sack there.
Well, it's about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
You know, he hated taking the loss there on third down. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number one. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, a division rival in week 1. Do you like that they are matching up this early, or would you prefer a game like this be a few weeks down the road?
I actually like the early matchup for a few reasons, Brandon. First of all, it allows you to see that the entire offseason and know, hey, right out of the gate, we're playing a division game. Second part is it spreads them out a little bit. If you just have them bunched up at the end of the year, that's not as much fun watching teams try to survive that gauntlet when you do have injuries down the stretch. And last but not least, let's face it, we're TV people. What a great game to sell right out of the gate.
They fake the give. Now Mahomes. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. That's sacked by Khalil Mack.
Well, that's the second time he's been sacked so far in the first half. And if they have designs on having a big year, on going anywhere, they've got to find a way to keep him upright so they can throw the football.
7-7 our score after one right here on EA Sports. So it's 3rd and long, and defensively not a real surprise there in the dime. Here's Mahomes to throw. He's got his man. That's Hardman. Finding room in midfield. Down the left sideline. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
And the next-gen stats are going to tell the story, and wow, what a story it is. Nearly a full 23 miles an hour. One of the fastest plays on record, folks. Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Charger drive about to get going. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Herbert. His throw complete right side to the tight end Parham. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll try to run for it with Howard. They find some open field here. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 56 yards rushing for... Tav as he is looking in mid-season form here in the opener. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Back to throw here, Herbert. He leaves this one for Howard. So nothing doing there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or 2 miss, but that window closed quickly. On 2nd down, they'll run it here. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
They got to get it to the 21 here on 3rd down. Herbert. Man open. got it. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. A loss of 2 there. Second down. Moving backwards on first down, never a good thing. What does that do for the mindset on second down?
Well, it changes your play call, definitely, because as a play call, you're advancing yourself thinking, okay, we're going to get a gain here. Now you've got...
And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, LA. From 10 yards out. And the Chargers have retaken the lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 17-14. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on both sides, moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one. I mean, we haven't even left the first half, Charles, and we're certainly on pace for a shootout.
An excellent start for both offenses. The fans have to be enjoying this to see all these points go up on the board. As a former defender, you know I'm not enjoying this at all. But right now, both these teams just trading haymakers. Let's see if anyone slips up first. Can anyone counter with a nice little jab and get things going in their direction?
It's a gain of 6, moves them to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Looking to throw on 3rd and 2. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And I think that's a pretty good illustration of why they try to get the football into his hands out of the backfield. That was something else.
And we talk so much from a defensive perspective about scheming and finding ways to take away the run. That means the offense has to devise different ways to get the ball in the hands of their guy out of the backfield. Find open space, let him run, and big things can happen, and they did right there.
And he pushes forward from maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line. And if we turn to the next-gen stats, the final clocking, well, it's ridiculous. 22.5 miles an hour. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. To throw, it's Mahomes. Flush to his right, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Sebastian Joseph Day breaking through for the sack. These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles, and that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out, because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance, they've got to get the ball out of his hands a lot quicker.
Here's Mahomes, 3rd and goal. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD.
They were in a very good position to come up with a go-ahead score there. A really good drive. Instead, it turns into 6 points going the other way. Psychologically, I don't know what that's going to do to them.
So as a coach, you're looking at that as at least a 10-point swing, right? Because they had the field goal in their back pocket.
They certainly did, and you're right. At least a 10-point swing, maybe more.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. A quick throw out to Hardman on the perimeter. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line. 47 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
Well, they've certainly been successful throwing it around in this game, and that's allowed them to move the ball on offense. But I've got to tell you, to watch them run the football and successfully, I'm not taking sides, but to see the ball in a running back's hands, oh, that's football for me.
Mahomes now on 1st down. That's going to go as a loss of 7, and it'll set them back for 2nd down. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the 1st half. Throwing on 2nd and long. Mahomes. Open man here. It's the tight end, Kelsey. And he's brought to the ground with another 1st down at the Chargers' 14. Hands it off out of the gun. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the 1st half.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good 1st down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on 1st down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
2nd and 6 from the 10. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And he's got it. And he's brought down. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Throwing now is Mahomes. And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City. Kadarius Toney as the 1st half is winding down. And the Chiefs are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the 1st half. Extra point by Butker is on target. And that cuts the lead to 3, 24-21. So not much time to speak of remaining in this 1st half as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. And they may just be content to take this 3-point lead and head into the locker room. He's airing it out for Williams. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there. and add to their score.
And this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. We'll see if week one fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. The last run got 9. That leaves him with second and a yard. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Eluding the pressure right. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 21. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working there.
And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Travis Kelce from 21 yards away. And the Chiefs have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half. Extra point by Butker is on target, and that will make this a 4-point game. Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't have to do anything differently just because they're down on the scoreboard now. The intent, still the same in what they plan to do on offense.
121 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in the season opener. Trailing here in the third, and that run might just be the spark that this offense needs.
And don't you just get the sense that he's going around not just in the huddle, but looking over at the bench and saying, ball, give me the ball. Let me carry.
Touchdown, Chargers. Mike Williams from 10 yards out. And the Chargers have retaken a third-quarter lead. So a very strong first drive in the second half, Charles, as they've turned that halftime deficit into a third-quarter lead.
And they were pretty purposeful there, weren't they? Measured in their approach. Boy, they executed awfully well, moving the ball down the field.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They had gotten the lead with the opening drive touchdown in the third quarter. Now they relinquished that lead back. Could be in for an interesting second half.
It certainly appears that way, doesn't it? Almost turning into one of those pendulum games, right? Where it swings back and forth, and who's going to make the play that changes that maybe it puts it on one side and keeps it there.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. Now Mahomes. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. You can just kind of sense the momentum turning here. It's 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Snap coming at 1, and it's Mahomes. Escaping the pressure right. This is caught. And in for the Chiefs touchdown.
Isaiah Pacheco.
from 6 yards away.
And the Chiefs have taken the lead here in this third quarter.
Butker on for the PAT. And that will make this a 4-point game.
Makes the score. Chiefs 31. Chargers 31.
Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Out of the gun, Herbert. That'll be caught. It's St. Brown. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. 22 yards there, a first down.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Herbert now. Flushed out right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
2nd and 10, third quarter of the season opener.
Now it's Herbert. He's airing it out for Williams.
And this one nearly intercepted. Boy, that would have been a great time for their first pick. But instead, it's 3rd down.
They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw, unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. And the Chiefs are going to get him. Call it a loss of 4 there on the sack. And speaking of the number 4, it brings up 4th down now.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack.
On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away.
And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively.
He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up 2nd down. In motion, the tight end, Kelsey. Another try after the first down sack. Mahomes.
On the throw led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Looking to throw is Mahomes. He sets to fire deep. He's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway.
A lot of running backs in the passing game, they're just used to check it down to them or maybe dump off passes. But this guy, they use him to stretch the field, don't they?
Stretched it right there, turned it into a really nice game. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he'll work down inside the 45.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
On play action, it's Mahomes.
That'll be caught. It's Tony.
He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
And that's going to do it. Clock hits zeros. They're not going to get another play.
Back now at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood.
It's the Chiefs with the lead and the football here as we get set for quarter number 4. Mahomes taps this forward. It's a jet sweep.
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
2nd and 7 from the 20.
Mahomes now to throw.
Throwing the out route here, and it's complete to Kelsey. And the Chiefs are going to have a 1st and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the 4th quarter.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on 1st down, holding them to a short gain.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. On 2nd and goal, they'll give it to him again. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to set up a 3rd and goal. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
A big play, if you think about it right now in the season opener. It's 3rd and goal.
Mahomes going to throw toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
But based on the play we just saw there, he might not be the guy you want to challenge in coverage on these all-important snaps. He certainly looks dialed in right now.
So a big one coming now for Harrison Butker. This will get the lead up to 7. Butker's kick here is good, and that'll make this a 7-point game. From a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
The Charger drive about to get going.
The last series for him, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted.
Picked up by Nick Bolton. And the Chiefs are going to take possession of the football. Boy, he had to fit that into a pretty tight window over the middle. And, Charles, I think they were in zone defensively, weren't they?
They certainly were. Nice read on your part. And sometimes the quarterback isn't fooled between zone and man. Sometimes just fooled by the type of zone that he sees. Because oftentimes those linebackers will vacate and run downfield with receivers. In this case, he played a pure zone and was in the wrong spot for the QB.
Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
I have zero rooting interest in either team in this game. I only want a good game. But with all the offense we've seen from them tonight, it's kind of nice to see the defense step up and make a big play.
Yeah, I was wondering if they were ever going to get him in the backfield. Nice to see him get a stop. In motion, the tight end, Kelsey. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And that's not going to get it done. He'll come up well short of the first at about the 21. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Butker's kick here is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
So that, CD, an important one here in the 4th quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done.
The Charger drive about to get going.
A tougher task for them now. That turnover on their last possession led to the field goal, meaning that they have to now try to erase a 2-score deficit here in the 4th.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And that'll be caught by St. Brown. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Herbert setting up to throw on 1st down. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Justin Herbert looking to pass.
That's going to be caught. It's Palmer.
And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 18. Herbert operating from the red zone.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. Herbert throwing again. That is caught inside the 5. Touchdown! A great effort there. Already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Chargers have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Point after, right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6.
116 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
To throw is Mahomes. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Now Mahomes. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Nasir Adderley. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD. This game, it's been defensively oriented on both sides, so I guess it stands to reason that the play of the game comes on defense.
Well, it's my kind of game. You know that. Anytime we have a defensive battle, but that, as you said, it stands to reason that's the way the game tilted. Someone had to make a big play, and the way the defenses were dominating, that's exactly what we got.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
Returning from his end zone is Barner. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
And not the first time that they're coming back out off of a turnover, but the last one really hurt Charles with that pick six.
And it feels like the whole team's infected right now, doesn't it? It's not just been one person. It's kind of been a group effort where the mistakes have happened. Can they put that aside, kind of start over, and put together a nice drive?
And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to third down. Third and long coming up. Defensively, you pressure the quarterback or drape all over the passing lane?
Yes, that's exactly what you do. It's both because they're not mutually exclusive. They may have been at one time in football, but not anymore. You want to have that pressure. If you have a big-time pass rusher, send him after the quarterback, and then make sure you blanket the field.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. From the gun, they'll try to run it. Able to slither by.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch victory.
Mahomes. Oh, that's going to be a costly one. It's intercepted.
Derwin James with a pick.
And the Chargers are going to take possession of the football. Well, you knew you had to take some chances here with the clock winding down, needing a touchdown to win it, and that one might have just sealed their fate.
Yeah, and that's the nature of the 2-minute drill. The offense trying to go downfield and make their plays. But defenses, they're sitting back watching everything that they do, but not too far back. They want to be in position to make a play on the ball, and that they did.
The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play.
2nd and 11 at the 41. And they'll run on the inside handoff.
He gets them a little over half of what they needed. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 5. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. On 3rd down, they'll try and run for it on the draw. And he is going to lose yardage here. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle, but now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about. Well, they got the ball already. They're not going to risk the yardage and running another 4th down. They decline it.
And what was that they taught you in law school, that possession is 9/10 of the law?
I didn't go to law school.
Oh, you didn't? I thought you did. Well, I'm going to give that to you anyway. Possession is 9/10 of the law, and it's 9/10 of this game, too. Having the football counts.
You're so litigious. And they'll send the slot in motion left.
Mahomes will throw.
Mahomes hit. He lost the football. And the offense will get this one back. Boy, that could have been catastrophic at this late stage of the game, but they avoid disaster. One final try for Mahomes. Under pressure, and they got to him again.
Primetime games, they always seem to have a little bit more electricity, a little more anticipation, a fun one tonight, and a lot of fun ones that we have on the road ahead.
And, partner, I love the word you just used there, electricity. Things were crackling out there, weren't they? And let's face it, both of these teams came in with the idea, get off to the start. Get off to a 1-0 start and get your season going. That could spark an excellent season for them. They've got that in their pocket now.
So, for the Chargers, it was a hard-fought game, and they'll exit 1-0 as they win by a touchdown.